welcome back to the iRacing Driving School. So now it's time to get on track, virtually that is. Deciding what kind of session you plan to run will influence what your goals should be. In any of the session formats, try to have some level of a disciplined approach. The iRacing sim is so realistic in its engineering that it's hard to be fast at first, so just as in the real world, be patient, especially for those of you who have real track experience, as you won't have the seat of the pants feel that you're likely used to help with what's happening. Learning to plan, getting a feel for your control inputs, understanding the car's response, and driving within your abilities are all skills that will serve you well in a real car, so use the sim to hone those skills. To learn a new car, or experiment with your driving technique, test sessions are best. Testing is also how you can try cars that you're not eligible to race online yet based on your license. Start with a slow pace, slower than you think. Remember, with limited physical feedback to tell you how fast you're moving, it's very easy to make the most common mistake, going too fast too soon. So take the time to learn the track and the car and build up progressively. If you're constantly losing control and spinning, or going off the track, analyze your inputs and see what the problem might be. This is also a great time to try different setups on the car. You can pick from the iRacing baseline setup, try setups that have worked for other iRacers, or experiment with your own setup when doing your own changes. Try to do just one or two small adjustments at a time so you can see if there's a noticeable effect. Many changes won't be noticeable unless a car is near its limit, so be sure to drive the car hard after making changes. Remember, the car can't make a mistake, only you can. Once you've gotten comfortable enough with how the car you're driving works, you can set up a single-player race. Our AI racing modes include a majority of our most popular cars and tracks, and here, your license level doesn't matter. You can set up a race however you'd like to get a feel for what it's like to share the track with other cars, without worrying about wrecking another human. And if things go wrong, you can simply reset and restart. Spend enough time in the testing and AI sessions until you get good enough to string at least a dozen laps together without any mistakes, and set some consistent times, ideally at least within 2 seconds of one another on a road course. From there, try an official practice session. Practice is the best official session to start with because it'll give you a chance to see how you stack up against other drivers in the same car. Here, your rating is not affected by practice session incidents. However, the sporting code is always in effect, so drive with respect around your fellow racers. Keep this same disciplined approach and have a plan for something you want to work on in each session. You might try following another driver if there's one in a session with you. You might learn a trick about the race line, or see the potential for entry speed and even learn where to go slow to maximize exit speed. If someone's posting a faster time than you, it's not because they paid their engine builder more. It's because they paid their dues behind the wheel. Once you get comfortable with practice, try a time attack. Pick a tracking car you know well and feel consistent with. This is what the time attack is all about, stringing together a series of laps as close together and as fast as you can for as long as you can. The concentration to do this is much harder than one hot lap. Improving your concentration level is very valuable, and you'll need it for racing as well. Remember, how well or poorly you do in a time attack does influence your driver ratings, so drive with just a little more reserve and control than you might in testing or practice. Qualifying is where you need to put down your best single lap to get the best spot you can in the race start. For anyone who's ever watched qualifying on TV, you can quickly figure out the strategy for ovals. You only get a couple laps to make it happen, with little or no warm-up. On the road courses, there's a determined session length, and you only need one fast lap. Remember, if you make a significant mistake during a qualifying lap, that lap's probably no good, so slow down and regroup. Be sure to get as good a run off the last corner as you can to start the new lap as fast as possible. After that is the race, and, well, you know the rest.